every heartbeat was the same. Feeling the pain, but it won't sustain. Rain keeps falling down on me. Late night thoughts, the end lies but no ties. The silence is silence, and this is watching birds fly. But the rivals us behind for the feeling of falling. Like I'm ahead of my time, crucified with these words, and I ride as you think. Hold on to my pride for the thing. Trying to stay aside for the side of the easy find lurking inside like demons beating. Maybe the destiny to change for the living. Until then, for the wait for their own demise. Not to even call it that, for the blood of truth. The words are out of me, for the blood of the open womb, for the new and the not, for the raw, for the unending of the release of everything that I held inside. Each sentence is the pulse of the distant thought, it's the heartbeat pouring into the page, of the soaking in the pain, for the popes of this to find a space in between, vulnerable to the most, moments of the clarity, chaos of the mind settling over the dust of the after the storm, for the behind that landscape where truth is just spilling its secrets to the confessions in the dark. Each line is a step towards that and healing and journey for the self-discovery, for the finding yourself. Write together the story for the finding and strength of the scars. The beauty and the releasing of the transport the wounds into art and the stars. Maybe the family tree lent, tied together for the connecting the lessons of the saddest and soon to rise again. Processes, the mistake for the prescription. It's because you find it apparently for the power that screams of pain. Squeezing my angel didn't fall. Gentle as which that good and often you but not for the not, the me, the mind, for the never, the know, the kindness of this time for change or kind of hands that call me for your strength that fights the side inside of me. What it is to tell me that never to do for the feelings and the moments and I hold you for the head and the hands and ever the stronger you then I find what the you were the beautiful angel and never the past. Peace I haven't felt in years and it's a gentle and angel. The strength has been hard and earned. Others grasp and find what's fit perfectly to beneath the chin. For this arms are holding me as if you were the molded to the weights of this to find the gaps of fitting you in and feel mine. And they return, enchantment into the storm. Left for the commitment of the raging wind that drops. Collapsed after taking the weight I shouted. Shouted enough for the wind, clouded for the beneath the beat. Need in return, but this is to find the circle of the heart for the summer, the gentle glow for the heart, for the laughter for the dancing and the spirit to know. The smile is bright, dawn breaks softly, but left warm and wind. Just to find the beauty within, for the insides of this look. Tidy with the uphope yourself with the person, for the caution ever you don't fall up. Fall out because that to make you who they show you to be. Never to look all the rough and pretty, give for the matters, never the predetermined for the year of beauty. Stumbling over the way for the wing, for the rain, for the wind, for the carry you, for the different tides, and never the fade, for the this to be the light, the white in the snow. Or that you can feel that you can break in the pour that you out and you know. Who says that sea isn't solid for this to be their own depth of the fearing and lead your own path to follow you. Who knew it might be for the reverence of this fear for the be cast out. This is not the hardest stone, becomes hard to go. Have you heard them say you're beautiful the day for the sunshine? Never sat, but you could be revolving around you, and even then, but you don't be too contained for the meant to be for you, the place that you have to survive and thrive. Never slow, but remember the tears of time. It's up and different, the eating up of the relevant for the relentless. The many years and never find the days, and this is many days. So few for years for this to wait for the wind to carry you. But be the plane that will push you against the wind, for the never to be the birds to fly, for only the wind for take control for your take cover. To find the willing, the strongest tone, straightforward for over the doubts, and this to be the dedicate, delicately enough sown for the story to be written. And what's the start and how to kept to be smitten, and for the make the reader feel that over the audience's attention for the listening of the lessons of wrote you wrote it in for the words to come alive in entrance. Does this mean my mind doing a dance? to find strength to steady your stance. This has to be. Tapestry for defining yourself and not to find the land apart. For this defining and building up with the full and consent to start. Or put those strings in hearts. Or to picture yourself with the story for that you can be the hero and the glory. And most of that for the end to end over the gory. Enough of the life of the inventory for that you can find the words jotted down from the emergency. Pages in library in town lie to me. Morning rise up again with the gown. And effort find the bright's bright. Find the Britain over the brighter, over the removing of the frown. There's a light spark of this to give it the view. For the wild, for the ink masterpiece, a tailored tattoo to your skin. But it doesn't hurt. But the brightest of the darkest night for the love is a soothing and balm, and it makes sure everything feel alright. You find short trips, this make outlook insightful, but make you see it all. The warrior's patience, the silence before dawn. Warrior waits his armor drawn, not in battle, but still repose. The patient only knows. The sword rests behind the hand, similar but the resolute stand. Fight's a different fight. At the depths of the quiet night, for each breath measured in steady beat. His heart, the rhythm for the calm and sweet. Battlefield for the mind, for the strength and the stillness and intertwined. No clash still, no urgent cry, but the whisper in the night. For this is still the test of the really of the game, where patience becomes a steady flame. Through the shadows and the holding fast, and the knowing is too shall pass. And this will define me again, but might find the lies of the calm before the fight. For this is stillness and the finding the grace of the serene. The wavering and the embracing of the patience is hidden up and in between. Testament for the warriors of heart. When you hold your breath for too long, while you realize wild rose, calming yourself for the beautiful untamed. Writing a history there's no blame. You're a part of the same for the because you never know whether you could be for the bending of a blending of two. For the this to be all for you, for you, for you go wild and up at the rose. And who are that broken? Can only understand the pain that's not in the mind. Or it's not mine anyway, who's finding who burns so bright enough that the hope is fading into the dark night. Knife to the wrist, with the artist a true pen, for can anyone imagine for the beautiful thing then turn it to the imaginary, or the imagery for the tragedy, for the behind that for the easel, for the painting over the such, this would be a million years of crying and pain and scream enough. Easier to appreciate the beauty for the Van Gogh, for the never to understand the true music for the this was written and went to. If you were to ask what that depression was like, for they couldn't tell you for the being cut, for this the bronze knife, for this to find what constantly runs through. Depression for the like a cigarette burning, and the fragile for the be ruined over the tearing against the fibers of the one to be the beautiful, the skin as cold as you. With a quiet painter, those who most depressed would only find was sell to create. But finally appreciate the beauty for the truly end, for the weather, the lost memories, and you will never be again. I find was to abide in love for the much tussle, for the rather the grunt, or the fight to obtain, to retain the joy to fight each day. A rep of the rest in love, for this to be the love, for the being in, and the biting in, for the lover that we can do nothing for the stay good, but this is the all that I can name or explain. A peaceful place, a place of love, for we all to abide in. Love is togetherness, and this is shared and abiding in. Each day communicating to consistently invested, this distance becomes that to take over for the time of the non-existence, for it to become a problem for the understanding and the hopeless. Why was it chosen or be outspoken? what point does it come down to it? Help or the probability for the guiding for the top, despite for that non-connecting way to fail. To fail. Who? Or what unknown anonymous person for the synonymous initiating for what's said to be heard for the believed seen. Documented for inadequate enough for the interpret your picture for that's worth 1,000 words, or don't quote me. Rather should the person that said it indirectly. Which reference am I referring to? The show or say to you for describe, signal for the articulating, calculate. Because and I didn't count the words to assure, but assume that it's 1,000. But it could be more or less than, which may take away for the partial image of the particularly undetermined subject for the deter, or terminating words of the picture for the what is to be expressed, the altered impression for the art being encountered to the artist, the pen of the picture, the imagination for the penning and pacing back and forth, from the contemplation of the context, contemporary for the content for just creating as I go type, writing. No typewriter would be wrong, pressed. To type that into the category where there shouldn't be the catalog to live for the dialogue would be lost in translation for the not transparent enough for the childish family to be familiar with the holding house, or holding a house, household, housekeeper, clean the mess we made, finding a maid to clean enough, or a maid that was clean enough to hire, downright dirty homeowners that re-enter like renters to return for the backs of the mortgage to the company at the loan for a loan in an empty house that I can only sleep in. No bedrooms, no restrooms. Shit on the toilet for when I could flush it down the drain for the seed that it was blind and lost as a fisherman starving for a fish to catch. For a hook of the bait for the fuck of the masturbated for the rebuttal to rebuke, puke it out and just throw it up in the sink for the boat. It won't float away. Like I'm rich and no buoyancy. The shores that island for the just to be the land to a word, or the verb that a body for the land perfect as a silhouette. My very own soliloquy, silent under my breath, like a breeze to a sandwich to a silicone breast. Just love to meet between some bread and be in the middle for the lips that bite no teeth. So can't eat my words, just show a picture that is worth 1,000. Words unsaid, unheard, unseen, unlike any wall that showcase that penning for the ransom, randomly redeemed, run away with the how, rancid and how rhetorical questions needless to be answered for the voicemail. No calls, no gender, no pronoun that fits. The male voice that was left for the righteous rights that I have to plead the fifth time for this year, annually for the anal. Off holes of shit to come out of sons of bodies for the somebody for the specifically the number for the 2-minute account for the I've lost track of the how numb, burr, cold heart, warms me up. Toilet seats of toes to tally the counterclaim, the counterpunch, and I swung the counterclockwise at the dumb oxymoron of the word wisdom. The attempt to otherwise say less than the morons to morals. Evermore for the lesson at least that I learned, forever taught for the class of the principles of school pass, a scholarship to pass on C's. Average C level. The education for the editor, addition for the first grade, the top shelf, the librarians, a notification for the notifying you, the fly that would insist upon the insects, the section 8, the spy on the wallpaper for the living room, the spiders, the web, internet, the cookies and catch that cleared the data for the plate, for the fault to shake up the hall monitors, the hall, the space, or haul all the space for the energy that takes, to hallways of the hell. Hallways of the hell the way underneath the underwear for the draws. Private parts to bear it all. Barely nude to be a nuisance and naked as a renaissance to renouncing the bouncing of the breast to the bra. Or a brawl less to fight the brawls balls out. The testicles to pass by. The bisexuals to hit on me. Suck or hit me off guard. Or no sucker punch could be the police or office to serve. Least to suffice the justice to justify the pacifist. To cuff me and arrest. Me and the holder or the slammer for the pussy. Cat called me for the feline of suspects to suspend me in suspension of the air for the it'll be all over the town for the rumors of the poetry. A roomie to rummage through the words. This is second hand for the mouth that I can't find the words while the tongue tied to my lips seducing. To one singular syllable for the translating of the thought for the what this time precisely written over the mind for the matter for the chatter for the breath for like a conversing of myself. Proclaimed to be off target, missing the mark this bullseye.